excited. Got a lot of stuff to break down, and I'm gonna give you guys a heads up. Sorry, I'm gonna have to drop a spoiler. Well, it is a spoiler for those that don't know. Okay, so tonight's episode I enjoyed very, very much. Um, very much from the video game. Definitely from the video game. Especially this one, which was titled "Left Behind." Um, I like that now you get more of. Now we get in Ellie's emotional response with the situation of what we've seen from. I would say what part of episode three. No, episode four and five, and six. We start to see the emotional connection that they're starting to get with Joel and Ellie. So, what I'll say for right now is now we're getting to Ellie's part. So, Left Behind now. For those, if you have not watched this latest episode or not know, and you do know the game, if you haven't watched episode, hold off till you watch it. Those that do know, you know what I'm going to talk about. So now I'm going to drop the spoiler. What makes this episode really unique is it's in the video game, the first run through. Yes, Riley's mentioned, but she's um, you don't know the backstory. So this story was the DLC, the expansion pack on Last of Us, which was Left Behind. So this was much more fantastic because now you see the aspect of Ellie going alone. And like I said, for those that know, is we're going to be getting to a point where it's Ellie being alone. And the fate of Joel, we will soon find out. This one was this one was a mix up because I had with my theory I wasn't with a couple people we that know it, we were talking about it. I didn't think it was going to be this one. And this is another spoiler. I thought it was going to be the one where was his name David. I thought it was going to be a David episode. So this was a good little twist. But if I'm correct, and those that do know the game and everything, I think this episode is the expansion pack in the game. This is the backstory of Ellie, which gives us more emotion. I would say gives us more content to understand Ellie as who she is when she is found by Marlene, and then Joel takes her, and this gives her a little bit more of why she is the way she is and the way she thinks, and that's the way I think. So if I'm not saying I'm correct, I'm going with that. This episode was the expansion pack in the game, which was still fantastic, very beautiful. It was literally done exactly the same. I didn't see. I mean, granted, there's some things that are not exactly the same as the game, but I will say it's like everything that has that story of the expansion pack went through. That was exactly correct. Um, and near the end of the their scene with Riley and them, that was word for word verbatim from the game of what their decision was. Um, because uh, and I love that they threw the Mortal Kombat thing because earlier in a couple episodes, Ellie mentions that she mentions Riley and saying that about the video game she's talking to Joel. So I love how these little, I guess you'd call them Easter eggs, these little intricacies get thrown in. Um, for those that know the game, those are perfect. Like we see them. Like even though I wasn't expecting this episode, I wasn't. From what I've discussed with some of my friends, with my theories and my theories I thought myself, wasn't expecting this one. I was thinking it we was going to see David get introduced. So far we don't know. We got two more episodes to see what they will do. Um, so excited for next week. I kind of like knowing this is a different way of me watching shows from week to week. I did it with Game of Thrones. I did it with a couple other shows, but for this is unique just because I know it, and some of you guys out there know it, and I just get antsy. Like it's not something where like I'm like, oh, I'll just wait till it's all done and then I'll binge it. Like I kind of don't want to do that with this one. It doesn't get. I literally really enticingly want to see everything. So I enjoyed this episode. Um, like I said from the beginning, uh, they're going up and up and up, and that's for me. I'm saying up and up and up, and I will reiterate, like they're not trying to top themselves. It's just the way the story is, and from what we know of the game, it's going up and up. So I can't wait to see what next week's episode. I didn't want to see like their preview for next week type thing. I'm just gonna go on with my thoughts, my theories, what you think. Like I said, like, subscribe, share. Let me know your ideas. Like I said, I got turned around, but all I could think of like I think this was the expansion pack from the video game, and that's a great story um, of that, and everything was done pretty dead on. I'm not sure if it happened in the mall in the game. I can't remember that scene, but I do remember like that was an expansion pack on it, and it was called Left Behind. So, like I said, hit your likes, hit subscribe, follow. Uh, Literally, let me know. Uh, for right now, I'll leave you to your night. Be ready for later on, either tomorrow or Tuesday. Cocaine Bear, like I said, I posted that I watched it yesterday. I enjoyed it. Give a review on that. And there's also this one weird movie that is coming out that is more of that's going to be a deeper discussion. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I'll talk to with my fellow uh, Dark Warlords, see what happens. But for now, till next week, uh, like I said, like, share, follow, subscribe, and I'll see you again. Have a good night.